Hi guys, so I reviewed the case study on Bobby Parker with school bullying. It identifies that he's been observed hitting other students and taunting and threatening them. It's also addressed that he's already been suspended and giving detention, that his mother has been met with, but she is a single parent, um, and that they had been warned that there would be harsher disciplinary measures, but yet he still continues to exhibit the bullying behavior. In addition, teachers report increased incidences of bullying altogether. So the first question says, what would the consequences of acts of bullying affect things like school safety, school morale, and school climate? So I think all three of those things directly relate to relationships. Ultimately, you need for students to feel safe and secure to come report things, either anonymously or not. And they need to know that you will not only act on those, but that you will act fair and consistently. And I think this is one of the places where a well laid out PBIS matrix is good because it allows an administrator to be consistent and fair and document such so that no one can come back later and say, well, I've been telling you they're bullying and you haven't done anything about it. You would have your documentation in place. Additionally, I think the biggest fear for me would be regarding school safety because you never know when it's going to be that one kid that snaps, the one kid who isn't telling their parent, the one kid who isn't reporting it anywhere. And I think for that, it boils down to the staff in the building. How much do the staff recognize when a kid is acting a little odd or a little standoff, and how observant are they? Are they in their hall duties, and are they watching things that maybe you wouldn't otherwise look for, or are they standing in the halls and socializing? So that's something that I know our school puts a big emphasis on. The second part of this one was to kind of outline what an appropriate intervention would be for Bobby and how we would specifically address his discipline. I know that at East, if we have already begun following the PBIS matrix with disciplinary action, we have already met with the parents and intervened in that way. Then our next step would be to tier Bobby on our MTSS process. And as a tier two, it would go to like a check in and check out with an adult in the building for Bobby with specific goals to address. Specific goals probably with character education and uh, maybe even escorted transitions the hallway, depending on where and when he was having these issues. That would also continue up the tiers to, possible exceptional children's testing. And it would also result in, if all of those things clear out and we're doing regular counseling and possibly even school based therapy. We're very fortunate at our school to have two different facilities that come in and do school based therapy with students, and it's a very minimal charge, if anything, to some of the parents. And then lastly, if none of that continues or none of that works, then the next thing would be to go to what we call a district review team, where Bobby would be recommended for alternative placement of some sort. In our district, we do have a student success center, which serves as an alternative learning program in our near our high school that serves high school and middle school students. So we are fortunate for that. I hope this provided some clarification for all, and I look forward to reading your posts or listening to your posts rather. Thanks.